What's good, y'all? It's your boy Josh Showtime. It's your Showtime's Fight Phone, where we talk all things fights. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Now, today, let's get into the nitty gritty. I am super hyped about this fight. Reason why is one, because your boy gonna be there, all right? I got seats to the ticket. I said seats to the ticket. I got seats to the daggone fight. Really good seats. I'm gonna be on the floor, you know, brother balling or whatever. But I'm beefing with y'all, Bellator. Bellator, what's going on, y'all? Your boy Josh is gonna be at the fight, and I try to get a media pass. I try to get some so I can get back there and I can actually, interview or, get some press passes or something. Y'all ain't hook a brother up. Why? I've been promoting the fight for months. All right, I ain't even part of it. My last name Showtime, it's on Showtime. What's going on, y'all? Come on. It is a perfect match in heaven, and y'all bojangling, okay? So I'm a little mad at it, but the fight card is so dope, I don't care. I'm just gonna enjoy my time and, be with my wife, and we're gonna enjoy the fights while it happens. Now, this is probably gonna be the biggest fight in Bellator this year. Definitely the best card that they're gonna have this year. I cannot wait to be there in Chicago, y'all. That's how hyped I am for this fight. Now, it's gonna be headlined by Yoel Romero versus Vadim Nemkov for the light heavyweight championship of the world. This fight is going to be freaking crazy. It's gonna be fuego, freaking go. Now I'm gonna do breakdowns and I'm going to have my fight predictions for the top 3 fights for Bellator. Now I'm gonna add this into my MMA record just because brother, I can handle some L's because your boy's 17-7-1. So I'm doing pretty good. But as always, man, if you're going to bet and you win some money, hit my line. All right, Showtime signed us. All right, hit my Cash App. Send me some dollars or two, okay? Now, with these are 3 big fights that are happening, all right? We got Corey Anderson versus Phil Davis, big wrestlers. It's gonna be a fun fight. Then the co-main event, which you could argue should be the main event, is going to be Sergio Pettis versus Patricio Pitbull. I mean, bro, this is crazy. Pitbull is going for his 3rd championship in the, it will be 3 championships in 3 different weight classes. What are we doing here? That is crazy. I mean, the fact that he's even able to make 35, but literally knocked out Michael Chandler at 155 is, come on, bro. I'm excited because I want to see, one, how he looks at 135, and he even hinted at 125, which I think is BS. Ain't no way. And if he is, like, it just makes me more upset the fact that he's never been in the UFC, never will be. But I understand, it is what it is. Now, he's fighting Sergio, who's he's a dog. He's Anthony Pettis' little brother, but he has found a home at Bellator, and now he's the champion. He looked excellent at 135. Excelente. All right, now that is the co-main. Then the main event I just told you, which is Nemkov versus Yoel Romero. The old vet versus this young Russian that is a killer. Okay? Now, let's first talk about Phil Davis versus Corey Anderson, which is going to be a #1 contenders match, simple and plain. Phil Davis fought Yoel Romero and beat him. I think it was a split decision. It wasn't a fun fight. It was a very bad matchup for Yoel Romero. I thought that was, in my opinion, Bellator had a really bad matchmaking with that. That should not have been Yoel Romero's first fight. There's no reason that should have been a thing. But it was, and it is what it is. Phil Davis looked good and he won that fight. I don't think that it should have been a split, but it was a very, very good fight. For him. It wasn't entertaining at all. But Corey Anderson, we've already said this before, he has been an absolute dog since joining Bellator. And he was good in the UFC, obviously we know that. But in Bellator, he's literally been killing everybody. Until his last fight with Nemkov, where Nemkov dominated easily. It was no questions asked. Nemkov looked amazing. But we can't forget the fight before that. Before the headbutt happened, Corey Anderson was on his way to winning that fight pretty easily. He had Nemkov number. And he was very well about to be a world champion. So we can't sleep on that. We want to break down each other's styles. This simple and plain. Phil Davis is a wrestler primarily, never been knocked out. However, he's been hurt many a times. His stand-up is very predictable and he's liability on his feet, but he finds ways to survive so he doesn't get knocked out. He's still always going to be a primary wrestler. He's a national champion wrestler at Penn State. He relies on that heavy, super strong guy, period. And like I said, he's a very good defensive fighter. Now, when it comes to striking, he's very predictable, but yet still he makes it work. And that's how he gets these split decision wins. He does enough, but you're never really overly impressed. Sometimes, yeah, you rarely ever really super impressed, but he'll get the dubs, simple and plain. Now, Corey Anderson, he's also a wrestler, but he's much more comfortable on his feet. He will strike with you. He doesn't care. He'll take it to the ground or he'll just keep it on the feet. And he's pretty comfortable there. Now, he's not a striker by any means, but he's more comfortable there. He's willing to throw off these combinations that Phil Davis really won't, because Phil Davis knows if he throws them combinations too much, he will get caught and get knocked out. So he'll pot shot you. And he's smart by doing that. Pot shot you into a takedown. Make you feel a little comfortable. He's gonna try to kick you a lot and open you up, because he can throw as many kicks as he wants, because he already knows you're not gonna take him down. And if you even try to grapple with him, he's gonna get you down. And his ground game is tough, like very tough. Solid, like he's like I said, he's strong, good submissions, and he has good top control. You don't wanna be a part of that. Now with this fight, Phil Davis is the better wrestler. He's the bigger guy, he's the stronger guy, he's also the better wrestler. I think that Phil will try to get this to the ground. I think that he will get it to the ground. Now, I do think as well that Corey Anderson is gonna be much of a dog and such a good grappler that he'll be able to fight it off, and he'll be able to make Phil work, maybe wear him out a little bit, and this fight will primarily be on the feet. But Phil will take him down. I will be very shocked if Phil doesn't get a single takedown. He will, unless he gets knocked out. If he gets knocked out, then obviously he won't have an opportunity to. But if this fight goes 3 rounds, which I think it will, he's gonna get taken down. Like he's just too good of a wrestler. Now, how I see this fight going, I think Corey Anderson is gonna win. And the reason why is I think that, once again, I say that Phil Davis is gonna get takedowns, but I don't think he's gonna do anything with them. And I think that when the fight is up standing, I think that Corey will be active enough to steal rounds, and it will be a unanimous decision for Corey Anderson. And I don't think this fight will be the most exciting, but I think it will be highly competitive, and these guys are top tier elite light heavyweights, both of them. So this will be a very good fight, and it's gonna be a chess match. I'm interested to see if Phil Davis is gonna come in grappling right away, or is he gonna try to set up his shots into a takedown. That's gonna tell me a lot about how this fight's gonna play out, but it still should be a good one to begin with. I love wrestlers. I'm a wrestler, so I love to watch wrestlers fight each other, because normally when 2 wrestlers fight, they stand, but I still think there's a clear advantage for one, and where to the point that Phil's gonna still try. Now, with the co-main, Sergio versus Pitbull. Now, Sergio kind of fights like his brother, but he doesn't fight like his brother. He has the same skill set. I just don't think he's as good and as dynamic as Anthony Pettis is. Like, Anthony was like a knockout artist, a submission. Like, he's a finisher. Sergio's not necessarily a finisher, but he still carries all the same things that Anthony does. He has good jiu-jitsu, he has really good striking, and he can, but the thing is, he just doesn't have the power. So he has the same thing, he just doesn't have the knockouts, and he's not as flashy as Anthony is. But yet still, he's solid everywhere. So he's a tough fight for anybody, okay? Even if he was in the UFC, he would be a top 10 135 pounder. He would be 100% a top 10. Now, with that being said, he's going against, probably unarguably, because I'm not gonna argue it, the greatest fighter in Bellator history, in Pitbull, who's coming off of dubs, and who also beat AJ McKee and Michael Chandler. Like, this is a tough fight for Sergio. Let's just say this right now. Pitbull is a very tough fighter for anybody. A very tough fighter for anybody in UFC, MMA. I say MMA. UFC, ONE FC, PFL, Bellator. It doesn't matter. You fighting Pitbull, it's a tough fight. It doesn't matter if he's at 155, 135. He's a tough out for anybody. Now, with that being said, we have to rationalize it, and we have to think about everything. Pitbull has never fought at 135. We have not seen this dude fight at 135. He's always said he could do it, but we've never seen it. TJ Dillashaw fought at 125. He said he could do it. He did it. What happened? He got knocked out in 30 seconds. Is this the same thing that's gonna happen to Pitbull? Because this man has knockout power at 155. It's hard to think this man can fight all the way to 135. It's hard to think that. But yet and still, I was able to see Jose Aldo, who everyone told me was way too big to fight at 145 and should have been at 155, cut to 135 and still had a really great career at 135. I've seen it. So we have two coins. We have TJ Dillashaw, but we also have Jose Aldo. Which one is he gonna be? I'm gonna lean towards more so the Jose Aldo. I think that he's not a big guy. He's not. He's short and he's stocky, and I think he has a lot of muscle. Not gonna say muscle. He has a lot that he could cut. And it's only 10 pounds. It's not like he's going from 205 to 170. So yet and still, he has the frame, he has the body to be able to do it. I'm interested to see how that's gonna work. If I'm Sergio, I am pushing that cardio to the fullest. That's the only thing I'm thinking. You've never been at this weight before. You gotta fight me in what, 5 rounds? Oh yeah, bro, I'm pushing that cardio. I'm wrestling hard. I'm pushing you up against the cage. I'm beating you up on the inside. I'm trying to wear them arms out, get that lactic acid out, and try to wear this man down, and then see where he's at in round 3 and 4. Then I'll fight in the outside a little bit, do my kicks, and then do my punches, and start trying to mix it up. But for the first 2 rounds, I'm just trying to wear you out, bro. Because ain't no way your cardio gonna be top tier. You've never even been at this weight before. You've been at 155, bro. You was at 155 like, what, last year, 2 years ago? Yeah, I'm testing that ASAP. Now, Pitbull, we already know, is going for the finish. That's what he does. He's a power puncher, all right? And then when I say power puncher, obviously that includes the kicks and all the other finishes that he do. But he's a finisher, period. That is a tough guy to beat. So if you ask me who do I think is gonna win in this fight, I'm gonna go Pitbull. I think Pitbull is gonna get a TKO stoppage in the first round. I think it's gonna be slow. And I will say Sergio's probably gonna be a little nervous in this fight. This is gonna be by far the toughest guy he's ever fought. This is gonna be all the limelight on him to legitimize himself as a champion. And who better to do it against the best Bellator fighter in the entire organization? It's a tough ask. And I think that he will not do the game plan that I said, which is be aggressive, stay in his face, wear him out. I think that he's gonna try to fight on the outside, be a little nervous and be slow, which is gonna fit into what Pitbull wants to do. And he's gonna get caught with something and Pitbull's gonna knock him out. That's how I see that fight going. Now, the main event, the fight that we're all there for, which will be Vadim Nemkov versus Yoel Romero. I'm so excited for this fight because Yoel's one of my favorite fighters ever. But at the same time, like, this man's like 46, 47, fighting Nemkov, who's literally in his prime. This fight's gonna be fun, man. Yoel is not a boring fighter whatsoever. He's an amazing wrestler who doesn't really use it, but when he does, it's always a phenomenal way. He's a dynamic striker who can knock you out silly. Like, I've never seen him in a fight outside the Phil Davis fight where a person left unscathed. Like, you're gonna get hurt when you fight Yoel Romero. He's just devastating. He will hurt you somehow, some way. Now, with that being said, he's 46. He's in a weight class above where he normally fights at because, you know, he's light heavyweight now. He doesn't really cut, which means he doesn't have the, you know, rock hard abs and the cardio that he used to have because he's also 46. And he's fighting a guy that's in his prime. He's looking better every single fight, who also has really good wrestling. Well, I'm gonna say really good. I lied. He has okay wrestling, but yet and still, Yoel Romero is not an offensive wrestler. And if he is, he normally only lasts 5 minutes and then he's done. This is a very bad matchup for Yoel Romero. Let's just keep it a stack. I love Yoel and I would love to see Yoel be a champion, but I'm gonna just let y'all know this right now. Vadim Nemkov is gonna stop Yoel Romero. I don't know how. It could be a body kick. It could just be from tiredness. It could be from TKO, ground and pound. I just believe that Vadim is gonna literally stay. He's gonna stay away. He's gonna fight in the outside. Yoel is gonna try to dart in. He's gonna get picked apart. And it's gonna be a win for Vadim. And I think it's gonna be a very solid win. It's gonna be a clean win. The reason why is, once again, age. His genetics are gonna slow down. To me, it already has slowed down a little bit. But yet and still, he's not Melvin. Like, that's not Vadim. Vadim knows how to get off the cage. He's not gonna let him take him down and do ground and pound. It's gonna be I ain't gonna say a beatdown, but it's gonna be a very one-sided fight in my opinion. But I'm so excited if it's not, because the pandemonium, I will be there for, all right? I already told you I'm gonna be there, so I'm hyped. All right, back in it, real man. So like I said, I'm going to go a win with Vadim Nemkov by unanimous decision or by TKO stoppage. Now, I would love to hear what you guys think, man. And once again, if y'all gonna be there, if anybody's gonna be there and y'all wanna meet up, y'all want a link, you know, once again, comment or follow me on social media at Papa Showtime or Josh Showtime, and DM me, and we can link up before, during, or after the fight, and let's get a drink or two. And when I say drink, I mean water. I don't drink alcohol, but we can still go to the bar. I don't care. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. But as always, man, thank you guys for watching, man. Make sure y'all stay blessed as always.